Hello, Internet. Welcome to my thoughts on and my review actually on Steven Universe. And I'm sorry, I'm just gonna have to do a two in one because that was I had to sleep on yesterday's episode. I had to sleep on it because me and Lars don't get along. I do not like Lars. I like him less than I like Ronaldo, and I don't even like Ronaldo. So, so this is the new Lars, and apparently we're getting the body switch episode out of the way. So that's a thing. So so we start off with Sadie and Lars, and Steven ends up saying koalas and sloths. Personally, Steven, I prefer koalas. Sloths are gross. Second of all, yeah, Steven really needs to learn how space works because Steven basically body jacks Lars in this episode, and that is really creepy. I don't know how everyone feels about possession episodes, like someone possessing your body, but that's not a body switch. It's a possession, and it's just like Lars is Lars is pretty much Lars is pretty much a jerk. If any, and the funny thing about this is, it really doesn't change anything about Lars's character. It like maybe Lars, Lars see what it become like. It's like maybe Lars will see that everyone actually likes Steven Lars. Even Lars said it, like everyone liked Steven Lars better. The only one who didn't like didn't think of Steven Lars as any better was Sadie, because Sadie and Steven are technically Lars' only real friends, and they are, and that's kind of sad. If also Lars swears at his parents, I will, like, why, Lars? You are a detestable human being, and like, just you're. I don't like you. I don't like Lars, and it's like the cool kids barely tolerate Lars. Kiki don't like him personally. And his parents are so nice, and I'm like, this kid, this kid. You take your parents for granted. You just do what you need to. Just push yourself like at all. Just be the best person you can be, and your parents can't even like you can't even just do that for your parents. Seriously, Lars. Gosh, man. But anyway, it ends up getting back to normal, and he yells at Steven, like rightfully should, because Steven body jacked him, told Sadie she loved him, and like Sadie was like not having any of it. Like you would tell me that just to hurt me, and I'm like, wow, yeah, that's how it feels. I'm like, honestly, Sadie, I don't know what you see in Lars, but that's a thing. You gotta stop. You gotta check yourself. You gotta check in the mirror and check what's happening with that. Then you gotta, and then we see the ending, and maybe Lars is gonna turn a corner. Maybe he won't. But oh no, that's my thoughts on that episode. That's my thought on the new Lars. The next episode, however, we skip from one character I don't like to another character I just grew to hate immensely. Freaking Kevin. Freaking Kevin, man. Kevin is a douchebag. Well, this is the Beach City Drift. And, oh gosh. Steven, I was so afraid for Steven and Connie. I was so afraid of Stefani. Any episode, first of all, the only saving grace in this episode is the animation and Stefani. Dude, that car race was nasty. But like Steven and Connie ended up like racing Kevin because Kevin's kind of a douche, and he Steven had. This was the first time I actually saw actual malice in Steven's eyes. Holy cow, guys! There was actual malice, and just oh gosh, that hurt. That like Jesus, Steven. You need to work on that for better. Holy cow. And then they started racing Greg's new car, which he bought with his money. I'm glad to see continuity is still a thing in this world. So Steven and Steven and Connie fused to become Stefani, and now they're racing Kevin up like this mountain, and they're racing him through the parking lot, and it's just so good. And the race itself was good, and like there was one point in the race where just like Stefani unfuses, and Steven and Connie have this what's it called, this conversation. Oh jeez, they Stephen and Connie have a conversation, and they're like realizing they're obsessed with Kevin was right. They are obsessed with him, and it's a bad thing because he's Kevin was the reason they're fused. He was the reason they're racing, but they want to actually race, not to, but still. But Stephen and Connie actually realized this, and they finished the race. Um, not for not for because just to be Kevin, just to be themselves, for themselves, and finishing the race because they enjoyed it, and it was fun. And I'm like, it was a good episode because, well, it shows them you can't. It really shows you can't let a bully get in your head, and that's and that personally speaks to me because as a person who's been bullied and had bullies in their head and just had so much anger, and you just gotta learn to let that go. And it's nice to see my little Stubble, my little like my one of my favorite fusion, learn how to let it go. Like let go of the past, let go of a situation. Sure, they may not like Kevin, but Kevin doesn't control them. They don't control. He's not the reason for their being. He's not the reason why they're doing things. That is what I like about this episode. And oh gosh, that I'm still stuck on that animation for that race. That was really cool. It was really cool, like that 3D animation, like it was like just Stefani actually drifting, and like the hello, oh jeez, my thing just started, my thing blanked out of it. I'm gonna keep this in because I can't edit anything, so I can't edit anything. So uh, I'm gonna end this now. Thanks. Would you like? I hope you like and subscribe. Talk to you guys later. Bye bye.